Hey guys, it's Ben. I want to talk a little bit about Jesus being our vine and we the branches. The branch by itself can produce nothing. It has no power in itself, no power of itself to produce anything. Only Jesus. Jesus is the life. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the truth. Apart from Jesus, we can do nothing. There is nothing we can do. No matter how motivated within ourselves we can't be pep talked to be able to do the will of Jesus in our lives. Anything of our own power, might, or strength is vanity. There is no power within us to do anything. Even, guys, when our motivation, the deepest part in us that we can control wants genuinely, as far as we perceive, to do the will of the Father. We can't do it out of our strength. We are the branches that are grafted in. We grow from Jesus, who is the vine. Only Jesus has this power. Only Jesus has this strength. You know, for a baby Christian, they're a small branch. They're a very small branch, which and any growth or any evidence of life on that branch might simply be the leaves. And as that branch grows, as that Christian grows, and it receives life from Jesus, who is the vine, that branch, that Christian will grow. And that connection, that solid connection that we find connected to the vine grows bigger. And that branch grows bigger. That Christian grows more in his capacity to and in the full understanding of who Jesus is. This life, this fruit that comes from us is only in proportion to our full rootness, if you will, into Jesus, the fullness of our connection to Jesus, the fullness of the revelation that Jesus gives us of who he is and what he is, of his life in us. You know, at the very beginning, we may only produce one orange or one apple, whatever it is, whatever fruit that God would have us produce. It's going to be very small and very, very little. But it's going to be so very precious to us because it is the life of Jesus in us that is enabling and allowing the power of God to work through us, which comes out in the culmination and the revelation of fruits of the Spirit of Jesus. As we grow, we're going to see more and more fruits. Picture a small branch with but one or two fruits growing from it on a fruit tree. And then look from the stalk, those branches that are connected to the very stalk, the center, the main trunk of the tree, growing and separating, spreading into many different branches off of that one branch. And then the count of the fruit that grows off of them. That is the fullness. That is a picture of the fullness of being rooted and completely connected to Jesus. He will produce fruit in us, guys. And that fruit is only of him. We don't have the power to produce fruit of ourselves. So I guess keep that in mind. You know, I personally want to see fruit, more and more fruit. But Jesus is showing me in a special way that Jesus wants us to see more and more of Him. More of Him in our lives. More dedication to Him in our lives. More devotion to Him being the source and the power and the life in us. And not so much picture on the put our efforts and our determination on what fruits might we produce, but put our efforts and determination on Jesus Christ Himself. I hope this helps. I know this is something God's showing me, and it's encouraging to see that in everything we're never alone. There's nothing that we do in our Christian walk that we do out of our own power. Anything that is done in our lives that glorifies God the Father is done through the power of Jesus only. All right, guys, I love you all. Jesus bless.